Welcome to the Pixel Perfect training video. My name is Janvi and I am part of Pixel Perfect customer success team. In this video, I will show you how to design, build and integrate a Pixel Perfect paginated report in PDF format. So what is Pixel Perfect? Pixel Perfect is a Tableau extension that can solve the last mile problem in Tableau. It can create print ready and well formatted reports in popular exportable formats such as PDF, PPT, Excel and more from Tableau. You can create paginated reports with page numbers, page breaks and repeatable headers and photos. You can also create flat reports with no limitation to number of rows or columns, and it has scheduling functionality which allows user to schedule a report and email those reports or save them to SFTP. In this demonstration, I'll be building a paginated report for incentive compensation dashboard. At the end of this video, you will see this paginated report in PDF format. Here is the end-to-end workflow of designing a pixel perfect report, and I'll walk you through all the steps below, from how to download a jar file to how to generate a pixel perfect report. First, we are going to open the Tableau dashboard and download the jar files from server through Pixel Perfect frontend called Webfolio. Jar file contains the column mapping between Tableau dashboard and the report template. In order to generate the jar file, we need to enter the edit mode of the dashboard. Now I am in the edit mode and we can see the Tableau extensions on the left. In order to add extension in the dashboard, we first need to add a calculated field called as user in one of the worksheet of the dashboard. The as user field is used to fetch the username to verify its identity while getting data from Tableau server to the Pixel Perfect report. So let's move to the monthly sale worksheet. First, we are going to click on the drop down on the right of search, choose create calculated field. Then we are going to name the calculated field and the name would be as user. In the empty space below, we are going to use the function called username. Apply the changes and click on OK. Now you can see as user is added in the dimension on the left. Now we drag as user to the column, click on the drop down button, then cancel show header. Now as user is added in the worksheet. Next, go back to the dashboard, click on save button and change till to floating. Drag an extension to the empty space on the dashboard, click on my extension, then we need to select a T-Rex file. T-Rex file essentially is a pointer to the Pixel Perfect server. This file will be shared with you once Pixel Perfect is enabled on your environment. Next, I am going to configure the extension. So click on Configure. A new window will pop up. This is a Pixel Perfect configuration user interface called Webfolio. Here you can see the download jar button. Before downloading the jar file, select the workbook and enable the transpose data if you want to convert the measure names and values from rows to columns. And then click on download jar. And the jar file will be downloaded. Now that we have the jar file, we can start with the report template design. First, we'll open Pixel Perfect Report Designer. The link to the report designer will be shared with you. Once downloaded and installed on your local, you will be able to open the Pixel Perfect Report Designer. So this is the report designer layout. The first thing we will do is to create a new report project. We go to File, New and Project. Here we see Business Intelligence and Reporting tool. Click on Report Project below. Click on Next. Now we are going to give a proper name to the project, Pixel Perfect. Then click on Finish. Next, we are going to create a new report. Similar step as project, we click on Files, New and Report. Then we are going to select the project we created just now, that is Pixel Perfect, and give a name to this report. Report Template Demo. Then click on Finish. A new blank report is created. In the next step, we need to import data source and data set and also create report parameters. First, let's create a new data source. Right-click on Data Source in the Data Explorer tab, New Data Source. I need to choose Pojo Data Source, then click on Next. Here we are going to upload 4 jar files. The first is the jar file that we just downloaded from the Tableau server. First, click on the drop-down button on the right of Add Jars. Choose Absolute Path. Then we upload the original jar file. Then we repeat the steps and upload 3 Jackson jar files, which is Jackson Annotation, Jackson Core, and Jackson Databind. Jackson jar file contains predefined classes that are used to format and iterate over data obtained so that they can be used as data sets in the report template. We will share the Jackson jar files with you. Now we can click on the checkbox, test the connection, and once it shows ping succeeded, we can move forward to create report parameters and import dataset. In order to create a report parameter, right-click on the report parameter, new parameter, give a name as JSON data, and click on OK. And please note that if you want to add 2 or more worksheets of the dashboard in the template, then the parameter name should be same as the Tableau worksheet name. The next step is to create a dataset. We right-click on Dataset, New Dataset, and then rename the dataset or keep the default one. Then we are going to click on Browse, choose the second one Data Iterator, then click on OK and Next. We click on Browse again, search for row needs change class, select the row needs change, and click on OK. Now we can see all the data columns that will be used on the left. Simply select them but exclude get class and as user method. Then click on Finish. A new dataset is created. The next step is to add parameter in the dataset. We go to the parameter, click on New, give the parameter name as JSON data. Next, we are going to link the report parameter and the dataset. We click on the JSON data. Please note that if you have created multiple report parameters for different worksheets, select the relevant parameter. Click on OK and OK. Now we have everything ready. We can start to design the report. For the PDF report template, let us first add header and footer. In order to do this, let's move to the master page. Under the properties, we can select the page type. For now, I'll select it as custom. Give the width as 9.5 and height as 7.8. Next, we need to add the header to the report template. So first, I will increase the header height to 0.8. Then click on the header, right-click, insert, grid. I'll keep number of columns as 3 and number of rows as 1. Now I'll set the height of the grid as 0.7. Keep the first column and third column width as 1.5. And now in the middle column, I'll right-click and insert a label. I'll give the title as Monthly Sales Report. Now I'll select the label, keep the size as 16, make it bold, keep the font as Arial, and then I'll keep the alignment as center, and then keep the vertical alignment as middle. So now we have the title of the report template added. Next, I'll add a logo. So for that, I'll right click on the first column, click on Insert, and click on Image. I'll keep as embedded image, click on Add Image, select the logo, click on Open, and click on Insert. Now I will set the height and width of the image. We are going to keep the width of the image as 1.16 and height as 0.4. So we have added the header now. Next step is to add a footer to the report template. So for that, I'll move to the footer, right click, insert, grid. I'll again give number of columns as 3 and number of rows as 1. So next, I'll select the first column, drag and drop create on from the palette to add the date when the report was generated. Change this to printed on. OK. Next, I'll add a label here. So I'll right click, insert, label. Keep the label as highly confidential sole property of user ID. Then in the third column, I add the page number. So I drag the auto text page N of M and drop it here. Now I define the width of first and third column. Let's keep the first column width as 2.1 and last column width as 1. Keep the alignment of first column as left, second column as center, and third column has right. So now we are done with the header and footer of the report template. Let's go back to the layout. The next step is to add the two charts and the cross tab in the report. So I'll click on the empty space on the report, click on insert, grid. I'll keep number of columns as 2 and number of rows as 1. So we'll be inserting both the charts, that is sales versus target per region and sales by sub-region in these two columns. In order to add the charts on the report, we first need to create report parameter for each of the chart image. Let's create a parameter for sales versus target per region. Navigate to the Data Explorer, right-click on the report parameter and click on New Parameter. So now we need to give the parameter name. Navigate to the Tableau dashboard. Navigate to the worksheet and select the sheet name from the URL. Copy the sheet name and navigate back to the report template. Paste the sheet name and type _image. Click on OK. So now we have created report parameter for one of the image. Let's create the report parameter for the other chart. Right click on the report parameter, click on new parameter, navigate back to the Tableau dashboard and navigate to the sheet. Copy the sheet name from the URL, paste the sheet name, give _image. So now we have created the parameters for both the charts. The next step is to add the image for both the charts. So right click on the first column, click on insert and click on image. Select the type as dynamic image. For the expression, we need to copy paste the expression and this will be provided as part of the training. So I'll just simply paste the expression. So let's click on insert, copy the first parameter name, then double click on the image, navigate to the end and replace the sheet name _image by the parameter name. Let's click on OK. So now the image is inserted. Let's repeat the same process for the other image. So right click on the second column, click on insert, image. Click on dynamic image and paste the expression. Copy the parameter name. Go back to the expression by double clicking on the image and replace the sheet name _image with the parameter name. So now we have created the chart image for both the charts. Now let's make some adjustment to the height and width of the two charts. So I'll select the first image, specify the height of it, and then select the second image and specify the height for it. And then I'll select both the columns and make them center aligned. And then select the height of the grid and make it 4.5 inch. And then now we have added both the charts onto the report template. The next step is to add the table that is present in the dashboard. So let me navigate back to the dashboard and check the number of columns in the dashboard. So there are 7 columns in the table present in the dashboard. So I'll go back to the report template and insert a table with number of columns 7 and number of details as 1. So now we have created the table with 7 columns. The next step is to add the data into the table. So I'll navigate to the data set which we created previously and then drag and drop all the columns one by one in the same order how it is in the Tableau dashboard. So I'll drag and drop name, region, sub-region, place, sales, target, and finally percentage. So let's now beautify the table. So I'll select the table here and then select the header and make the text bold. And then I can specify any of the background color which is present here, as well as specify a color code. And then I'll keep first 4 columns alignment as left aligned and the other 3 columns alignment as center aligned. And then I'll select the whole table, navigate to border, and I can specify the border with different colors. So now we have added the border as well as the background color to the header. So I do not require the footer row, so I'll select it and delete. So now we have both charts as well as table added in the report template. So I'll save this. And the next step is to upload the report template and jar file to the Pixel Perfect application server and generate the report. So let's navigate back to the dashboard and then on the extension, click on Configure and then navigate to the Upload Report Template tab. I'll select the site. Then I'll click on the Upload Report Template button. I'll navigate to the location where the report template and the jar file is stored. So I'll select the report template as well as the jar file which I downloaded before starting the report template design. So I'll select both report template and the jar file. Click on Open. Click on Upload. And the files are being uploaded successfully. So now that we have uploaded both report template as well as jar files, let us go back to the configuration tab and configure the template. So configuring the template is a process where we specify which worksheet from which the data should come, as well as image source from which the image should be coming up, and also specify the exportable format and the report template. So for exportable format, we have different options available here. So for now, I'll select it as PDF. For report template, I'll give the report template which we just uploaded. Select the workbook. Then for worksheet, I'll select monthly sales since we are getting the cross tab from this particular worksheet. And then for image source, I'll select sales versus target per region and sales by sub-region from which we are getting the charts from. I'll give a name to the template. And then I'll enable the transpose data and then save the template. So once the template is saved, it will come up on the right hand side over here with all the details. So then I'll navigate to report generation, select the template which I just created, that is PDF demo version 1. Select the exportable format and click on Save Settings. So once I click on OK, the web folio window will be closed and the PDF button will be enabled on the dashboard. So I'll simply click on the PDF button and the report starts generating. So this is the paginated PDF report output with customized header, footer, 2 charts at the beginning followed by the cross tab. Congratulations! Now you have seen the end-to-end process of building a paginated PDF report using Pixel Perfect. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have more questions about report template design for PDF format, please contact the Pixel Perfect customer success team. Thank you for watching.